Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to Retired Guy's Garage. I bet you can't tell what we're working on today. Did you ever remember, Stacy David, Gears? What are you working on? Well, what am I working on? I'm working on that. Now, do I claim to be a medium-duty truck guy? Nope. Don't know nothing about them. The amount of knowledge I have, put it on the tip of my finger about these things. But let's face it, diesel's a diesel, and this is a diesel. And just so happens, as a matter of fact, to have a Cummins diesel. This here is a 2018 Freightliner M2 something. Not sure exactly what the rest of the designation is, but it's not important. Brought this back from Daytona Beach, Florida. Got home late last night. Got home about 9 o'clock last night with it. And just south of 475, so just south of Macon, on I-75 North last night, about 8:30. It started running like it was running out of fuel. So, what could possibly be wrong with it? Well, maybe the fuel filter's plugged up on it. So, it's actually a fuel filter / water separator, all in one. And that's what I'm going to be replacing today. So, like I said, let's face it, it's just a Cummins diesel. So, would I be getting into changing injectors or whatever else is on this thing? No. I'm like I said, I'm not a medium duty mechanic, diesel mechanic. I don't claim to be one. I don't play one on TV. But maintenance is maintenance. So, might be able to save yourself some money on this. While it may sound like a daunting task, changing a fuel filter on a medium duty truck like this, believe it or not, it doesn't look like it's that bad. My boss says I should have it done in snap of a finger. We shall see. Stick with me. Let me get you over there and we'll show you what we're working with. Stick around. What are we working with? This here is what's called a fuel filter and water separator combination. And I mean, it appears to be just not too different from changing out a filter on my Ram. Except for the fact that they were nice enough to put a nice fill plug up in the top for when you got a pour diesel in it, so you're not cranking the thing for two years trying to get the system to prime again. Just pull that plug out, pour some diesel in there, clean, new, fresh diesel. Don't use the old stuff, please. And yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So stick around. Like I said, this is a 2018 Freightliner M2, the red engine. It is a red Cummins. I believe it's an ISL, designated Cummins ISL, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, stick around. This should be fun. No, probably not. Be right back. So, what kind of tools are you going to need for this job? Pretty simple, actually. You're going to need some fresh diesel. This is actually leftover diesel from when I changed the fuel filter in my Ram. So we're going to need that. We're going to need a oil filter wrench, which I don't know if that's going to fit. Nope, it is not. So I'll have to go get a pair of channel locks or something larger than that. And you will need a fresh fuel filter. All right, we have all that. First thing to do, there is a sensor on the bottom of this. Let me look at this and see if you can see what I'm talking about. You can. See this red tab right here? That is a water and fuel indicator sensor. So you have to disconnect that. I've already pulled the lock, and I don't really know what it takes to get that off, so we'll see. There we go. Just got to push down this red tab, and then to get it out of the way, that's the locking tab, and then you just push in on the bottom and it kind of, then it falls out. All right, next thing to do, you want to drain this so it doesn't make a mess. So you need a big bucket. I mean, what is there, maybe a quart of diesel fuel in here? So let's see if we can get there actually is a drain on the bottom of this. They're nice enough to give you that. There we go. it turns clockwise. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey is opposite of this. Normally you would turn it counterclockwise to loosen it, but you did not on this one. So, let me put you on pause for just a second. We're going to let that finish draining. We're also going to go try and hunt down a pair of channel locks that will hopefully be big enough to get around that and get that bowl loose. Stick with me, I'll be right back. I did use my big old channel locks here to get this loose. I thought maybe I'd be able to get this fill plug loose with a screwdriver, but that wasn't happening. So before you go ahead and take that bowl off, take the fill cap off, just to release any residual pressure that might be in there. And then you can, I just grabbed a hold of it with these big old channel locks and started turning it off. And since I'm working with diesel fuel and I'm about to get my hands really messy, I'm going to walk in and grab a pair of gloves real quick. So, and I'll let that drain a little bit. And then before I finish taking the bowl off, I'm going to go ahead and close the valve. I'm going to let that drain for a few more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and close that drain valve just so it doesn't make a mess on my driveway. So, anyway. Let me put you on pause for just a few minutes and I'll be right back. We were down to a slow drip on this, so I went ahead and closed the valve again. Now, just unscrew it. Remember, it's going to be opposite because you're working from the bottom. Oh, that's going to be a freaking mess. Not too bad, actually. Oops. Not look like the right filter at all. Nope, that does not look like the right filter. Alright, let me jump pause here and let me find out what happened. Alright, well, you know how the old saying goes, your results may vary. Anyway, I've looked at this thing, and although it's slightly different than the filter that was in there, I think it should be the same. I think this filter should work. Like I said, I'm not a medium duty or heavy duty diesel mechanic, and I don't claim to be, and I don't even play one on television, so there you have it. Alright, well, what I did do is I took some brake cleaned out the inside of this. What I am going to do is I'm going to, before I put this up there, I'm going to actually dump some diesel fuel in here and that could get messy, so I'm not even going to bother filming that. But all you would do is just pour it in the middle, pour it in the center here, and then I did install the new seal, the new O-ring seal. So we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. All right, let me get this filled up, and then we'll start putting it back together. Stick with me. I've got some diesel fuel in there. Let's get this up into the threads. And start threading this on, and let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm actually going to have to go get some more diesel fuel. I don't think I have enough in there. Just gave it a little tap. There you go. Please don't get a half-inch breaker bar on here or anything like that. Not necessary. And that's that. I'm going to have to go get some more diesel. Top that off because I don't think there's going to be enough in there. So. And make sure you plug your water and fuel sensor back in. Tight, and that is it. I would just finish topping this off to maybe about this level right here, and you should be good to go. That's it. That's all there is to it. Sort of. But anyway, all right, let's get this thing finished up. That's going to wrap it up for this video. Kind of did a quick how-to on how to change a fuel filter on a Freightliner. Not something everybody would want to do, but hey, like I showed you, a couple of basic hand tools. Save yourself some money and do it yourself. So anyway, hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Make sure you like and subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you want merchandise, links at the end of this video. And as always, I so appreciate y'all stopping by and checking out the video. And all the love and support means more than you'll ever know. Till the next time, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.